Yeah, that's actually what I actually looked like when I was just taking that shot, because you had to really get it down in there and concentrate. It's scary with diesel fuel network. I was thinking about patina. What makes patina so popular? I love it. I love an original looking car, truck, you name it, especially trucks. Heavy duty, medium duty. And it's the reason, there's a reason why people love patina so much. You know, it's not because the rusty, all bent out of shape bumper looks better than a nice straight bumper. You know, it's not because of little rust spots and worn out, faded badging. It's simply the story behind the truck. It's the history. Everything you're looking at is the exact same thing that over time people who were working the truck looked at. And that goes for, same thing goes for cars, you know. You think about all the people that drove in the car, the first people that bought it. Think about like a 1950s or 60s car. And you just think about, man, the person who had that car when it was new. And then the next guy who just got it. And then who knows how many owners later it turned into whatever it was. And over time, those cars build up this look to them. And the same thing goes for big commercial trucks. There's more and more coming out of the woodwork every day, like on YouTube, and I see them all over Marketplace. These amazing looking old trucks from anywhere from like I see them on there from anywhere like 40s, 50s on up through the 70s. And some of those really old ones that look incredible. And they go for cheap. People are selling a couple grand for something that just says, like, you know, doesn't run. And I bet you start right up, whether they're gas or diesel somewhere. I'm getting off. I always do this whenever I'm talking to anybody. It just takes a turn and goes to some other tangent. Patina, really awesome looking history, appearance, the appearance of the history of the truck. So what it is just, you know, I'm looking at all the spots on this truck. Now the hood I get. I don't like that. That sucks. This was before I got it. It's actually why I changed out the grill, which this is an 85. It's actually supposed to have, it's right when they went to the blue oval grill, but since the grill was already busted out, not completely busted, it looked okay, but it was kind of wrecked. I just like the 80 to 84 emblem grill better. That to me is really another thing that I just love that I've done to the truck. But anyway, you know, it really didn't even look this good when I got it. It was, for example, like these little rust spots on the door and how the door generally looks really white. That was all quite, oh, and actually, that's right. There was even graphics on the door that I took off. But that aside, I took a sponge with the rough side, so basically like a Brillo pad, the green side, a green Scotch-Brite pad, and then I just used like detailer spray or waterless wash, something like that, and pretty much wet sanded it because it's already faded, like there's no shine to it anyway, so you're not going to hurt it at that point. It just sanded it back to white, and a bunch of white came off on it. You know, it's just single stage paint from back in the 80s, so you more or less could almost probably buff it shiny if there was enough paint on it. But one thing is, I'm not even tall enough to see ever, so I never really noticed. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the hood is pretty, where I can't even see the hood's pretty wrecked, right? Like faded out and shit, at least faded, I mean. But again, you know, I could really not a lot of problems with it other than these rust spots. And I'm looking at these badges to replace these, and then it goes again to, do you leave it all original, because I love originality, and it's like that's the factory equipment right there. But I found these really awesome vintage from like maybe a 60s or 70s 8000. I don't even know if they're Ford F-8000, because they don't say F-8000, but they're just Ford and then underneath 8000. But it's a beautiful chrome, and it would just fit right here beautifully. And you know, but again, am I harming the originality and well, I am technically the history of the truck by taking off the Deacon Ford original dealer emblem, which, you know, nowadays those are a thing of the past, and now they're just kind of cool when you see them on vehicles. But I don't know, maybe let me know what you guys think down in the Down in the comment section, you might be able to tell me what you guys think about patina. Do you think that all this rust and so and such, and these wheels, which actually, if anything, I would do the wheels just because Dayton split, or no, not split, but Dayton, well, I guess they're just Dayton style wheels. I don't know what else you'd call them. I love when those are refinished, they just look amazing. But at the same time, they fit the appearance of the truck. What do you think? Patina or candidate for mild driveway restoration? And also, another thing I wanted to say, which I forgot to say in the video about the headlights. You may be thinking, oh, the sticker was on the back. Why didn't you peel that off in order to reveal a very nice, perfect finished aluminum? Well, I purposely wanted the crappier side exposed so that it actually matched the patina of the truck. You know, because still, I'm just not sure. I'm on the fence. I think the truck's character, the appearance it puts off, to me, is partly based on how it looks kind of beat up. Like, not beat up, but, you know, the bumper is the main thing. Like, to me, the bumper is awesome. It just says, you just think about how many times it got bashed in, you know, how many times it ran into something. Either they pulled it back out or it got caught and pulled the other way. I mean, look at this side. This side is way out compared to this side, which is actually in. So, but it's just another thing. Like, to me, it just is the story of the truck. It used to be a dump truck. It used to, long before I had it, somebody had put this bed on, which this bed actually used to be like a boom truck or something, like a crane or a boom truck. No, not a boom truck. What? I don't know. Maybe you guys could say it in the comments. You probably know what would have been on there. Oh yeah, you know what? It was it was like a boom truck because it had or a crane or something. I think it was actually a man lift boom truck because there was a headache rack, and I actually still have the piece where it would have rested. So actually, maybe it was just some kind of crane. I don't remember. But even still, like, I don't know when this bed was put on. I don't know, but the truck that this bed was off of, who knows? You could tell it was off a totally different truck too, because the fact that the mud flaps are actually, they're on here and they're not correct, like they're the wrong size, or they're not really located properly, just because they were on another truck whenever the whole bed, you know, the mud flaps came with the bed. I assume, obviously, they came with the bed, as I can see for myself. Like, that's my own assumption there. Once again, let me say that again, because that was not how I wanted to put that. Yeah, it's obvious, like, the mud flaps were already on that bed whenever they put it on there. And then the guy I got it from actually cut like a foot off the back just so he could fit it in his garage. So it is kind of annoying that I don't have an actual indoor place to keep it, because the guy I bought it from actually kept it indoors. Even if I did paint it, you know. But I don't know. That was a video about nothing, because that's about something. Oh, and another thing too, like, there's a certain limitation for me as far as patina goes. And with certain vehicles, it all depends on the vehicle. In this case, I just really thought that the lighting needed to be fresh, even though everything else I liked it being patinaed out. So first of all, it's about function. The lights just looked crappy before because they were so faded they didn't even look yellow amber anymore. And then generally these lights here, man, they just looked like crap. They were so faded. So I replaced those with brand new original, like, spec, you know, from the same brand that they were originally. Those ones up there are not original. They're just you know, like, they're actually the same as the originals, but they're not the OEM brand. They're like Chinese replicas that you could buy on eBay. And the mirrors, I would have just left the original mirrors, because actually they're actually a factory. I think the mirror itself, I don't even think it was stainless. It was like a different type of metal. But either way, the mirrors had Ford on them. Just a little tiny spot. The only reason I replaced them is because one of them was broke. So the actual glass had broke on it. And so at that point, I just said, oh, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get new mirrors and I'm going to paint the mirror brackets. Because, oh, I was going to replace the mirror brackets too, but those are freaking ridiculously expensive. So I'm not going to, I was actually thinking about just painting the mirror brackets. Yeah, I was thinking about painting them white, but actually, honestly, I think they'd look better rusty than white. And the reason I was thinking about painting them white was because I like the original color matched bumper. So I thought it would match. It'd be like, okay, it's got a white bumper, it's got white mirror brackets, as opposed to having like stainless or chrome mirror brackets. These had an optional chrome bumper, but I just think that I kind of just like the color matched bumper is more utilitarian. It's more truck, like work truck, dump truck. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe it would look really good if I got those badges over there. Where are you going here? If I got those side badges for there, maybe the new mirror brackets and a chrome bumper, and fix the hood. I mean, that's a lot of money and a lot of work, so don't look for that. Don't look forward to any of that happening anytime soon. I may just do those badges on the side there. And the whole reason I even started thinking about this is because I'm looking at this going, you know what, if I pull that badge off and I put a new badge on there, I definitely have to do something about this. I mean, that's the one part where I'm like, yeah, that just looks like shit. That's the thing. What's patina and what is just straight up like rust that needs to be fixed? Give it time, that'll literally be a hole in the side of the truck. So I guess that does it for this one. Quick video about nothing. I don't know, what do you think about patina? I think the thing about patina, it's not that the patina looks better than a nice truck. It's just that what you're looking at is the true history of the vehicle, whether it's a truck, a car, or whatever it is. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.